Hey everyone, you're watching the Esperanza 243. I apologize for not putting up the video sooner. The last video's up sooner. I've been really busy, especially with becoming involved with the group on Facebook called, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but the group on Facebook that I'm in right now is called Sexability ... Yes, I'm disabled ... and yes, I can fuck. I mean, I don't know whether to be embarrassed or happy, because, like, I'm really glad I'm in the group, because I've learned so much stuff. There's that paper. Because I've learned so much stuff, but, I mean, there's some also, like, all the posts that we talk about in the group is just, about sex. Pretty much. And so, kind of nervous that I'm saying this because my mom watches this stuff. I'm not gonna say anymore before I embarrass myself already. Ignore that. But it's really interesting because, like, not only do we talk about sex in the sexability group, we try to get to know each other a little bit, and I've actually become Facebook friends with some of the members, and they're actually really nice. I'd like to say more, but as I've said before, I would probably embarrass myself, and I don't really want my mom to know. Because of course the group is called Sexability, so what else would we talk about? I'm just checking something here. Talk. I probably should say, I just want to talk about a few things before I start reading, and where was I? Sexability. Oh, that's right. I am gonna shorten what I'm gonna say today because, like, I really need to work on not talking so much, considering these are book reading videos, not video blogs. But I would like to talk a little more about the book. In the last video I talked about, actually in the last few videos, I've talked about this book my best friend and I are working on called Trouble in the Making. It's going really good. And the last video that I put up last night, that I put up Sunday night, I actually said that I was working on chapter 6. That was on April 5th. That's the day I recorded that video. I just didn't put it up until Sunday. And funny thing is, a lot can happen in how long? Like a week and a half. I've actually changed the chapters. I mean, me and my best friend are still working on the same narrations, but I changed chapter 1 to a prologue, and then from there I just changed the numbers of the chapters after the prologue. So, like, right now, including the prologue for the count, we're on chapter 12, because I know that, yeah, 12, but, like, counting the prologue, it would be chapter 13. Anyways, chapter 12, and I'm hoping that this will be the last chapter, considering I we don't, considering how much is left to talk about in the book, we can't. My best friend Aliqua, she does the even numbers. Odd Tina, even, no, Odd Katie, even Tina. Right, because the odds are the third narration, the evens are the first person. Okay, so chapter 12, this is third narration. That ain't right. Oh, that's because I didn't, that was before the prologue. Anyways, chapter 12 was, I'm hoping chapter 12 is the last chapter, as I've said before, because, I've already said it, I am actually really glad that I remembered to put this roommate ad on Craigslist, because already it's getting a little easier. I know what to do now, and yeah, I mean, this woman that came over to see the place Sunday is, like I said before, she's nice. She's pretty talkative. She's pretty talkative, but I guess that's typical for someone who's a bartender and a event promoter. I mean, she works in 3 places. She works at 3 places. One of them is in St. Charles, and 2 of them are here in this town. So that's pretty neat. But this other woman that emailed me last night, she's an MU student for, Missouri, University of Missouri. And so that's pretty neat, because there's a bunch of campuses here in this, or there's like this huge campus here in this particular city. I don't know how huge the campuses are in other cities. So I would say this is the central city for MU, because the campus is so huge. Pretty much dominates the city. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Time check. I'm a fast talk. Oh, frick. I thought it was shorter than 8 minutes. Oh well. Alright, I guess that's it then. I'm gonna go ahead and start reading now, because honestly, it's already 10 minutes into it. I'll probably take out the stuff about trouble in the making. If not, probably Craigslist. No way, I might take it out the sexability group. That would be rude. Alright, here we go. A Cinderella Tale. Written by moi. Oh, your granddaughter would have been the belle of the ball, she whispered. I made this dress especially for the ball, the elderly woman said. She eyed Ashley. I think it would fit on you. You and my granddaughter should be about the same fit. Ashley widened her eyes at her. Could I try it on? May I? She asked excitedly. The woman nodded. Within 15 minutes, with the woman's help, she had the dress on. I was wrong, the elderly woman said. You and my granddaughter are the same fit. Ashley turned about for her. The dress looks beautiful on you. She gasped. You should go to the ball. Suddenly, Ashley's face grew sullen. I cannot, she muttered, shaking her head. I have chores to do. Stepmother would yell at me if I do not get them done. She does that a lot. Sometimes she beats me. I will not allow you to miss out on such fun of a night like this, the elderly woman said. You should go. I shall do the chores for you." Ashley was about to protest, but she stopped her. "At least let me repay you for the kindness you have given me." She picked up the tiara and placed it perfectly on the young woman's head. "Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me." The elderly woman took the dress shoes and then walked up to her. She gasped, "The slippers are clear, but it is not glass. What is it?" "I do not know. I bought the pair at a flea market. The man told me they are a rare pair." Ashley took the shoes from her and put them on. "They fit perfectly." After that, the elderly woman helped her fix her hair and cleaned her face. Ashley was now ready for the ball. They talked for a while until the carriage arrived. The elderly woman smiled and turned toward the young woman. "The carriage awaits. Since I am to stay here and help you, you should take the carriage. I have no use for it now." "I have no money. How am I to pay for it?" "I will take care of that," she replied. Then she gently helped Ashley to the carriage. Afterward, she talked to the coachman. He had a caring smile on his face when she walked away. He flicked the reins and drove the carriage to Sir Edric's house. As Ashley was on her way to the ball, Sir Edric was already dancing. He was wearing a dashing orchid purple outfit. Edric felt as if he was wet clay, moving only when necessary to the music. Now and then he would raise his arm, beckoning his right-hand man to bring the next maiden. There was one maiden who was very pretty in every way. The right-hand man led her to the good sire. She curtsied beautifully, and then she and Sir Edric began to dance. Sorry. "Good sir, how was your travels?" "My travels did not go smoothly." "Is that so?" Her eyes widened with concern. "I love adventure. If my travels did go smoothly, I would have a dreary time. Life is about taking risks." When the maiden wasn't looking, he raised his arm. The fair maiden was taken away, as another maiden took her place. "There are many beautiful women here," his mother said. "He will find a bride tonight, I am certain," his father stated. "If he does not?" He looked at his wife. "This ball will never end," he answered bad-temperedly. She gave him a look. After Sir Edric danced with a few more maidens. It's getting darker. After Sir Edric danced with a few more maidens, he took a break from dancing and walked up to his parents with a long face. "How are you enjoying the ball, my dear?" "I fear I am fatigued, mother," he responded. "Fatigued? At your age?" his father said. "Father, you do not understand. This ball is like a dream I cannot wake up from. It is more like a contest than a ball." "How so?" his father asked. "All these fair maidens are here for a prize, and I am that prize. Oh, and I am the prize." There he stood for a while longer in silence. Before he talked to his parents, Ashley had arrived. She was nervous to enter the house. That was when the coachman spoke up. "Miss Ashley," he called. She looked at him. "Be ready to leave by midnight." Her eyes widened. "I won't forget," she said, smiling her thanks. She turned and walked up the stairs. Within minutes, she was at the top of the stairs of the big ballroom. The orchestra slowed down after she had appeared. The guests stopped dancing to see why they stopped playing. Everyone looked at her. She certainly outshined every maiden at the ball. Sir Edric looked up at the top of the stairs and saw her. Ashley slowly walked down the stairs, afraid to trip. He walked toward her. She held in her breath when she saw him. He was the same man who almost trampled her with the horse. They were soon face to face. Sir Edric couldn't help but admire the way she looked. She curtsied timidly. "How do you do, good sire?" she greeted. They looked at each other in the eyes. Ashley felt frozen. She started having second thoughts and retreating. Edric took her hand in position. "Would you like to dance?" She shivered in excitement. That's more like a shudder. Whew, that's a shiver. The next second, they started dancing the waltz on a cleared dance floor. Everyone had made room for them to dance. Ashley's natural, graceful dancing had made their waltz even more enchanting. The orchestra began playing music along to their dance. "Who is that young woman?" his father asked. His wife, sitting next to him, leaned toward him from someone who was whispering to her. "No one seems to know. She is stunning, is she not?" "She is so graceful, so beautiful," he whispered, as if under a trance. His wife looked at him. He looked at her. "She does seem a little plump, though." "Yes, dear," she said with a faint smile. Ashley and Edric passed her stepfamily as they continued dancing. "I've never seen her before," Cordelia said. "Who on earth is she?" Sterling asked. "Where does she come from?" "There is something quite familiar about that girl," her stepmother muttered. Each stepbrother had a nice maiden on their arms. They were quite pretty. Suddenly, Ashley thought she saw someone at the corner of her eye. She smiled. It was her niece. Cordelia was surprised the mysterious maiden looked at her. Ashley winked at her. She figured out who the mysterious maiden was at once. She became excited and gave her a huge smile. Ashley noticed something else, too. "Everyone is staring at us," she whispered to Edric. He smiled. "Really?" "Really?" He chuckled. "I had forgotten we were at my house." She blushed. He began to sing. "For a while I thought I was lost. The night was moving slow. Suddenly you came and made that best, and the night began to glow. You feel as if you're on air. I can tell by the stars in your eyes. I know I have too, for you've lifted me up to the skies. Oh, in the arms of my love I'm flying, over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like you so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down again. For a while I thought I was lost. The night was moving slow. Suddenly you came and made that best, and the night began to glow. I feel as if I'm on air. You can tell by the stars in my eyes. I know you have too, for I've lifted you up to the skies. Oh, in the Alps where love I'm flying, of a mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well, but that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down again. I have found her, I have found him. They danced for a while longer. Edric added moves to their dance, making it even more graceful. They never once took their eyes off each other. In the arms, my love, I'm flying, of a mountain and meadow and glen. And I like her so well, for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again. They sang together. I should probably put that before it comes up. Everyone could not take their eyes off the dancing couple, but as the loving silence between them grew, eventually others began to dance with them. After 5 more minutes of dancing, Ashley and Edric danced their way to the beautiful decorated courtyard. Her stepbrothers with their maidens followed not too far behind. The stepbrothers were glaring at her. "What is it with them?" Cornelius grumbled. "At least they're happy," Sterling said. "They do look lovely," the maiden on Cornelius's arm replied. "She's not even a usual girl," the other maiden teased. "She is plump, graceful, and has blonde hair. with very little trouble, I could pull out all her hair." The brothers looked at each other with surprise. The next second, they walked in opposite directions, trading maidens. The maiden Sterling previously had became happier on Cornelius's arm. She even smiled at him. Ashley and Edric were soon back in the ballroom with their eyes still glued to each other. Not too long after that, Not too long after that, they were coming up to his parents' sitting places. His mother and father were not there. His father lightly tapped on his shoulder. Edric looked at him. Suddenly, he became frightened and led Ashley somewhere else in the room. He knew what his father wanted to do. He ended up dancing past Ashley's stepmother, who was dancing with Edric's right-hand man, trying to get a better glimpse of her. The dancing couple eventually wound up near his parents. At the point of the dance, they had to switch partners. Edric was dancing with his mother, as Ashley was dancing with his father. "I do hope that son of mine is behaving himself," he said with a sly grin. "Yes, Lord Cedric," she replied. "He is quite a gentleman." She gave him a big grin. "Clearly he is smitten with you. I must say that you arrived by magic. I have never seen him so happy." "What is he saying to her?" Edric asked. "Why does it matter?" his mother replied. "You said you weren't positive you would find the girl of your dreams tonight." The switching partners part of the dance came again. His mother lightly touched Ashley's hand. She walked her towards their sitting area. And I am going to stop there. Whew. Time check. Dang. Alright, I'm going to stop there. Whew. I can't believe it. Part 5. 3 more videos. Not that I should be excited about that, but I really hope you guys are enjoying this book. because I had a lot of fun working on it. And as you may have noticed, I put some stuff from Brandy's version of Cinderella, though I kind of switched it a bit with the stepbrothers, because they weren't really stepsisters. So I had to kind of improvise on the ball part, the part where the stepbrothers watch her during the ball. Anyways, oh snap, I think I just moved the mouse. Yeah, I did. Don't tell me it's going to rain again. Alright, well, I am going to get off. This is the Esperanza 243, signing off.